quick live on YouTube. What's up? How's everybody doing? I had a good reason to be late. I will give you my reasoning, just making sure. All right, yeah, I'm good on OBS. I can move this to the right and we'll get going. So yeah, I had a good reasoning. Good reason to be late. I was editing some video that was really excited and happy to be editing, and I was like, it felt good because it was video of my dad doing something that like, so I've always wanted, it's kind of funny and sounds corny, but I always wanted my parents to like either write down or like record their knowledge. Like my mom, as far as her cooking, I want to know how she cooks everything. Like everything. And then my dad, I mean, there's too much that he knows. I mean, he's the operations manager for the Amtrak train that runs from Raleigh to Charlotte. So, I mean, yeah, that, you know, as far as that goes, but like outside of that, you know, like he has a boat, you know, like how to do oil change on it, you know? So, yeah. Well, not how to do the oil change. That's what we were doing yesterday. That's the video. So that's not what I always wanted. I didn't always want to, my dream wasn't to have a video of an oil change, but I wanted to, record my parents just for like as a diary, as memory for myself, really more than anything. And then if anybody else wants to watch it and, you know, come for the ride, you know, they're welcome to. But yeah, so I'll be uploading all that to say that I'll be uploading all kind of stuff on my channel, like how to do an oil change on a boat. And you don't have to watch it. I don't expect everybody to watch it. It's not for everybody. It's for me, really, more than anything. But if you want to watch it, it's there. You know, it'll be there. I'm actually putting some time to the editing too. So like I'm using it to, you know, as a time to learn how to edit it. I've never edited a video. This is my first time edit. No, okay. The video with the dog on the boat was my first time editing a video. So, oh, and you know what's crazy? In doing that, actually, like, there's a huge lesson in like changing the oil on the boat, and that's that maintenance. You know, like you need maintenance on everything. Like everything requires maintenance. So, and the reason I want, like, I'm recording how to, the reason I'm recording how to do oil change, because my dad, like his boat, he bought it like 20 years ago, and it's worth the same that it was worth then, and it's in better condition than when he bought it 20 years ago. So, you know what I mean? It's just the type of care you put into things, I guess. So, but yeah, I guess maybe I'm just rambling now, but yeah, oh yeah, maintenance. Like, forget the boat. Boat has nothing to do with anything. Maintenance. So your relationship takes maintenance, your friendships take maintenance, your work everything you do take maintenance. Yourself, your health take maintenance. Your hygiene takes maintenance. I mean, everything takes maintenance, and you got to be okay with it. Like it's not out of the ordinary, but also, like, in my opinion, you got to, you know, be aware, or try to be aware of areas you can apply maintenance in your life, I guess. Maybe something like that, close. Maybe not. Boyfriend always says his family won't allow things with me. won't allow things with me, but does the same things with friends later. Am I reacting? I recently had a fight with my boyfriend, and I'm confused about whether I'm overthinking this or it is my frustration is valid. For constant, all right, we don't care. Am I the asshole for refusing to help pay for my teenage sister's baby? What? This is gonna be a pretty long one. That's not long at all. This post, I thought it was gonna say I'm bound. Like, no, this. So basically, I, 24-year-old male, have always had a close bond with my younger sister, 16-year-old female. Even though I'm almost a decade older than her, we were pretty close growing up and played together a lot. That sounds weird, buddy. The issue is that a behavior of hers that used to be kind of harmless has turned into a serious problem. She is really reckless. 2 years ago, I moved out and left her and our single mom in our old apartment. After I left, it seems like our mom went easier on her. A few months later, she started dating a 16-year-old athlete. That might not sound terrible at first, but my sister had only just turned 14 few weeks before they started dating, which worried me. Let me see who this is. And who it is, ain't to mute. Whoever it is, ain't to mute it. But, excuse me, sorry. So, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, I moved out and left her and our single mom in our old apartment. After I left, it seems like our mom went easier on her. A few months later, she started dating a 16-year-old athlete. That might not sound terrible at first, but my sister had only just turned 14 a few weeks before they started dating, which worried me. Not long after that, I went abroad to visit friends. I ended up getting a good job opportunity there and stayed for almost 2 years. That meant I was pretty detached from family life. When I finally came home from this Christmas, excited to see everyone, I walked in and looked around a bit, only to spot my clearly pregnant sister. She was standing in the kitchen in one of Mom's old sweaters, and it was obvious. I asked how far along she was. 7 months? That meant everyone had known for a long time except me. Apparently, the boyfriend bailed as soon as his parents found out. His family is well off and threatened lawyers that the second child support was mentioned. Over the next few days, I found out she had dropped out of school temporarily. Mom picked up extra shifts. They are already behind on rent and money is tight. On Christmas Eve, Mom sat me down and said we needed to talk. She explained how expensive diapers, formula, hospital bills, and everything else are. She said, I am doing well abroad and that family helps family. Eventually, she asked if I could send a few hundred every month, maybe more if emergencies came up. I said I needed to think about it. Later that night, I talked about my sister alone. I was not even angry anymore, just tired. I asked what her plan was, and she shrugged. She said she would figure it out, that Mom would help me, and that of course I could help too. She said it like I was obvious. I told her I love her, and I will always be there emotionally. I offered to help her look into school programs or job training and help her make a plan. But I said I'm not going to financially support a child that is not mine. She started crying and said I was abandoning her like her boyfriend did. She said I got to escape and build a life while she is stuck. And if I really cared, I really have no opinion on this. I'm sorry. It's way too deep, way too complicated, and people texting me and getting my mind scrambled. Am I the asshole for telling my son's school they need to stop overreacting? 39-year-old son. Okay, this is good. Why is your son named Oliver, though? What's up with that, bro? I have a son, Oliver. Why'd you name him Oliver? It better have not been your idea, bro. It better have been the wife's idea. Who's in middle school? He hasn't had any school troubles, issues before this week. Oliver? On Monday, in his English class, he did something that the school is now treating like a huge disciplinary problem. And I honestly feel like they're blowing it out of proportion because it genuinely was not as big of a deal as they made it out to be. His teacher, Mr. Hargreaves, has apparently told the class before that she's allergic to pears, and she asked the students not to bring pears into their classroom. Oliver had a pear in his lunch that day. I guess after his class ended, and right before he went to lunch, he tossed the pear into the classroom as a joke. He didn't throw it at her, it landed on the floor. His teacher called the administrators, who came and took him out of the class and brought him to the office. After they removed the fruit, since she wasn't willing to do it herself, it was a toxic fruit. It was a toxic pear. Let me mute this phone. Let me turn that off. 1 second. Jeez, how do you turn these phones off? Off, power off, off, it's off. Sorry. The school called me and acted like he tried to seriously harm someone. What? He didn't throw it at her, it landed on the floor. His teacher called it. Wait, Oliver had a pear, he threw, after his class ended right before, he tossed the pear into the classroom as a joke. He didn't throw it at her, it landed on the floor. His teacher called, so he threw this pear, and this lady's like fucking deathly afraid of pears. He's like, here, bitch, die. And the school called like a grenade. The school called me and acted like he tried to seriously harm someone. I mean, no, but he probably was playing Call of Duty with the pear. They gave him a day off in school suspension. And what really makes me mad is that he called me during work as if there had been some major emergency. I feel like this could have been handled much more simply. If Mrs. Hargreaves didn't have a reaction and she was fine, I think it would have been more reasonable for them to just let it go instead of them calling me. I also questioned whether pear allergies are really that severe compared to things like peanuts. Obviously, allergies... Yo, time out. The fact that you act like you don't know, but you do know, just says everything. And like, stop texting me. They gave him a day of in-school suspension, and what really makes me mad is that they called me during work as if there had been major emergency. I feel like this could have been handled much more simply. If Mrs. Hargreaves didn't have a reaction and she was fine, I think it would have been more reasonable for them to just let it go instead of them calling me. I also questioned whether pear allergies are really that severe compared to things like peanuts. Obviously, allergies matter. I don't want to be with somebody who fucking is full of shit. But this, obviously allergies matter, but this wasn't like he forced her to eat it or anything. He literally just tossed the fruit on the floor. When I said this during the call with the school, the administrators told me that Oliver, really fucking Oliver knowingly, he should be in trouble for his name being Oliver. Oliver knowingly brought something the teacher had specifically warned students not to bring. She can't fucking tell them not to bring a fruit. She needs to get the fuck over it. And that throwing it into the classroom is a problem. It could have put her at a risk. I snapped back and let them know that he's young. He's allowed to throw his fucking pear wherever he wants. And he's generally a great kid and probably just thought it was funny. Well, no shit, he thought it was funny. I told him that he shouldn't think that's funny, though. Just throwing his fruit at people? That's kind of disgusting. I told him they need to not overreact over... Like, no, what the fuck? Why is your son throwing fucking fruit into the classroom? Like, he thought it was funny, so that's okay? What the fuck? You say he thought that was funny about throwing the fruit. I don't care about what kind of fucking fruit, pear. Fuck, it's a fruit. And you're a fruit for doing it. About throwing the fruit into the classroom. You say he thought that was funny about throwing the fruit into the classroom, which tells me exactly why he did it and how you guys operate. Why he did it and how your family operates. you should do better, though. I mean, what the fuck? They throw, like, yeah, we throw fruit wherever the fuck we go. We thought it was funny. Thread is locked. Why the hell is it locked, dude? Why the fuck is it locked? It doesn't say anywhere that it was locked. Why is it fucking locked? Alright. I'm messaging him. Move banner. Close. We're messaging him. Start chat. Let me show you. Wait. Oh, you see how you can see really good? Yeah, no, you can. Oh, you can. All right. So next. Oh, we got some notifications. Let's see. Am I the asshole? That's not a reply. Why do we don't care about upvotes? Give us replies. Oh, for F's sakes. Oh, somebody replied. We got a good one. You're not the jerk. What? Where did I come in? Oh, damn. This is all under the jerk not handling it privately first. Damn, they've been battling it out. Look how many people have been on it. Or wait, no. It's just this one. Oh, for F's sake, people can be friendly without commenting on how the other person would look naked, especially. What? He didn't. The jerk for not handling it privately. This lady, did you leave? She still didn't respond. Yeah, I knew I was going to get downvotes for this. But look, this girl's like, this is my first job. I'm 22. And some guy asked to have drinks at work. And she didn't tell him no. She like left it open. And then one day he texted her after work some inappropriate shit. But she could have just told him like, yo, stop being a fucking weirdo. In my opinion. I mean, whatever. She went straight to HR like before even. So people don't get it. But yeah, he said, "Bet you look even better out of office attire." I mean, that doesn't mean how. What? Oh, for F's sakes, people can be friendly without commenting on how the other person would look naked. That's not what he said. Wait, is it? Hold on. Out of office attire? Is that what? Oh, damn. I'm thinking like out of office attire in like just regular street clothes. Damn, I'm dumb, huh? Shit. Oh, for F's sakes, people can be friendly. Okay. Who's in there? Well, there's been a big. There's been a big discovery. I didn't realize what he meant naked. I really didn't by his comment. I thought he meant like, oh, in regular street clothes. English is not my first language. I don't understand. I no comprende. Sorry. I mean, I really didn't. Yeah, that's kind of creepy then, if he said that, you know? That's what he was implying. That's a big difference. I mean, damn, see, so this is how I say I always like have misunderstandings, and it's like shit like this, you know? I had no clue. I'm like defending this guy. I'm like, oh yeah, he was just talking about like, you know, outside of work. Didn't mean like I want to see you naked. But the way people react afterward. Am I wrong though? Maybe. Wait. Maybe I am right, and maybe they're wrong. Hold on. Google. 1 second. I brushed it off because nothing was overly inappropriate. But it kept, well, yeah. We read this yesterday. But all right, next, let's see if there's anything else. We spent, wait, I didn't catch that. All right, what do I do? Somebody, did you watch the video you posted? She coughed them all up. Yeah, he posted a video of somebody supposedly committing suicide, but the girl acted like she had a bunch of Tylenol pills, and I mean, if y'all really want to see it, it's bullshit anyways. But yeah, I didn't catch that. People are fucking the head to get attention like that. Good on you for caring. Yeah, she's obviously not trying very hard. D- for effort. Yeah. Next. Oh, I forgot to say, hello, happy, beautiful, is it Wednesday, March 4th? I hope everybody's doing amazing. I'm happy to see everybody. Hope everybody's doing great. All right, how about new stuff? You guys can actually... Am I the jerk for texting my son's teacher from my husband's phone because they messaged each other? What? All right, this is good. This is juicy. Am I the jerk for texting my son's teacher from my husband's phone because they messaged each other way too late? I, 37-year-old female, have been married to my husband, 38, for 8 years. Our son is in 2nd grade and has a new teacher this year. At the start of the year, the teacher gave out her personal number to parents for emergencies only. I thought that was nice of her, but over the last month, I noticed my husband's phone buzzing a lot late at night. Yeah, I'm sure that's normal. At first, he told me it was just his work group chat, but last night around 11 p.m., his screen lit up while he was taking a shower. I glanced at it, and the notification was from our son's teacher. It said, "Lol, that is so true. Anyway, hope your son liked the stickers today." I admit, I snooped and opened the chat. They have been texting privately for weeks. It started off being about our son's reading progress, but then it turned to talking about TV shows, sending memes, and my husband complaining to her about his annoying boss. My husband never mentioned this friendship to me. When he got out of the shower, I confronted him. He got instantly defensive. He said I was being insecure, that she's just a cool person, and that it helps our son if the parents and teachers are close. It felt totally inappropriate for him to be texting another woman who is supposed to be a professional in our son's life at 11 p.m. So I took his phone and replied to her. This is his wife. It is 11 p.m. and inappropriate to be texting my husband about non-school things. Please only email us both from now on. That's what you should be telling your husband. I mean, the teacher too, but that's kind of weird for you to text that on the phone, maybe. I don't know. My husband saw what I did and absolutely lost it. He's, yeah, right, because you're making him look like a child, you fucking asshole. He snatched the phone and yelled that I'm a controlling psycho, right, and said I just made things super awkward for our son at school. He immediately changed his passcode and slept in the guest room. I don't think I did anything wrong by setting a boundary, but now he's giving me the silent treatment and acting like I ruined his life. You are a fucking weirdo. My husband and my son's teacher, you are a weirdo. You are a weirdo. I don't want to call her a weirdo. You are wrong for sending a message from his phone like his mother. You belittled him and made it kind of, and did make it awkward for your son. Make it awkward for your son. more than anybody. How did you think that was a good idea? How did you think that was a good idea? An impulse. Impulse when you were from reading those. Oh, yeah. So you were wrong for sending a message from his phone like his mother. You belittled him and did make it awkward for your son more than anybody. How did you think that was a good idea? On impulse, when you were amped up from reading the text. Tss, tss, tss. Give her the tss, tss. Okay, let's see. Who else is... What the hell is... I'm not tripping, but am I wrong for? Oh, am I wrong? I added some new subreddits. Am I wrong for refusing to pay for my friend's unexpected kid's dental bill? What the hell? My friend Sarah has 2 kids from a prior marriage. I've been friends with Sarah for years and have become a father figure of sorts to her kids, whom I've helped raise since they were babies. Her kids are now 11 and 18 respectively, and Sarah often asks me to babysit while she works. Because of this, I often take the kid out and treat them to treats such as ice cream and candy. I don't get them an absurd amount of candy, in my opinion, but I figured they're kids, so they enjoy a treat. Sarah, who struggles financially because her ex won't pay child support, recently called me angry. She explained to me that her youngest daughter has a new cavity that her dentist has discovered after her last dentist visit. She blames it on me getting her kids candy all the time and thinks I should pay her $400 copay that she paid the dentistry. I asked Sarah if she's joking, but she's dead serious. She claims that her daughters brush and floss their teeth daily, so the only way they'd get a cavity is because of me giving her kids candy so often. I told her that I doubt me giving them candy is the sole reason, but she refused to believe this and thinks the proper thing for me is for me to take responsibility and pay for this dentist visit. I refused by saying how I help her out a lot with my own time and money and never ask for anything in return. I also say that if she wants to use the same rationale, then she owes me $900 for new tires that she's worn out the tires on my car with all the constant favors I do for her and use my car for. She says this is serious and I'm not funny and being rude. Am I wrong for refusing to pay for Sarah's dental bill for her kid despite me going the kids candy? Okay, it's not just me. Tell her to use the money she saved from not having to pay for babysitter and the money she didn't spend on candy. Tell her to use the money she saved from having to buy the kids candy. Since you bought it all, buy the kids candy. Yeah. There you go. All right. We help those. I mean, we're always helping people. All right. Am I overreacting? My friend compared loss at of cat to loss of my husband. Damn, that's jacked up. I don't think it's the same, probably. I haven't lost a husband before. I've lost a cat. It's pretty bad, but I don't know how bad losing a husband is. It's probably pretty bad, probably worse. I hope I never find out. Am I the asshole for telling on my geography teacher for throwing an inflatable globe at my head? What? Am I the asshole for telling for throwing what the am I the asshole for today my teacher threw a globe at my head for a bit of context. Were you looking at it and were you supposed to catch it? Or was it like blindsided? That makes a big difference. I was sat in the class talking to my friend about the work, and I remember something funny, so I told her it. When the teacher started talking, he told me very sarcastically that it's rude to interrupt the conversation and said he'll wait for me to finish, so I apologized. About 20 minutes later, he was talking about shipping containers for some random reason, so I was telling my mate about a shipping container when he told me to shut up, so I did while everyone else was talking and looked down to continue writing countries down on a piece of paper. For him to suddenly throw at my head an inflatable global what the fuck? Global when I wasn't looking at him, and it hurt. I gained a headache. Yeah, fuck him. I retorted, you can't do that. Then he remarked he didn't care, and to tell my parent or guardian to write a letter to get him the sack. Me and my mate went to our Hoy, and they said to write a statement of events and requesting CCTV, and there are actions being taken. So I've been pulled from the lesson. They called my parent, but he still remarked when I wasn't there, it was just because of a global. A few people told me I wasn't the right for speaking to a teacher. However, I've been told it's my fault for talking while he's teaching, and that I'm gonna cost the teacher her job for doing something they're not allowed to do. So want to know random stranger's opinion to know if I should be accepting it, or am I in the right for doing what I did? Hell, you are 100% in the right. First, it's a globe. Next, it's a baseball. First, it's a global. Whatever the hell he keeps calling a global. Next, it's a baseball. If no one says anything, he'll be throwing bowling balls. If no one says anything, he'll be throwing bowling balls. Yeah, he's in the right. Good job, man. You did great, bud. Give him up 5. Up 5. Oh, am I wrong? I like am I wrong. Let's read more am I wrongs. I like telling people. This is like being the judge. You get to be the judge or jury. Am I wrong for liking public? I don't care. Am I wrong for telling my lab partner that I wouldn't cover for her the rest of the semester? I don't know. Let's see. That's too much about. I don't care about lab partner that much. Am I wrong for not wanting to wake my boyfriend up in the morning? I don't care about that. Am I wrong for thinking of taking my dad to court? Let's see. My dad left to be with a new woman. He left me the house and everything with it. He asked me to take him his stuff, so I packed it and took it to him in another state. Once he got his stuff, he then let someone who isn't his family rent it, despite his defaulting on mortgage payments for over 5 years. I was out of town getting stuff for the house and received a call to get to my house with the cops because they kicked the door in and were tossing everything out, along with my late mother's belongings, which was all left to me. I contacted the authorities, and apparently my dad doesn't have the right to rent anyone. When that happened, I had to put my bills on the vacations so as they were in my name. Now it's been a year, on the phone company is requesting to have their equipment back, but I'm sure they have thrown it out with everything else they tossed. The company wants to charge me $500 for everything. What should I do in this situation? I'm thinking of taking it to civil court and possibly going to restitution for everything that was the phone company taken from me, and for my late mother's stuff being thrown out or broken. They also went as far as selling a lot of old property left and then calling my dad and blaming me for doing it. Eventually, my dad cut contact with me due to them making up lies and dragging me through the dirt. What can I do in this situation? Any advice helps? You probably want to talk to a lawyer. You probably want to do less of what you're doing. No. Probably want to talk to a lawyer. We don't need the since it's text. That would be restarted. Who cares about that? Am I wrong for telling my girlfriend to take some accountability regarding her not losing her weight? Let's go. In January, my girlfriend decided she wanted to lose some weight. We both started being more consistent with the gym and we'll go 3 times a week. The thing is, my girlfriend isn't really doing more at the gym than she used to. She does maybe an extra 5 minutes on the cardio machine. In terms of meals, she's reduced the portions of some of the things she eats, but not most of it. She was complaining last night about not being able to lose weight despite trying for months. She says she doesn't know why she's not losing weight. I mentioned potentially weighing for food, her food, or tracking what she eats, but she says she doesn't want to be doing. She don't want to be doing that. I mentioned trying to go for walks and aiming for 10,000 steps on non-gym days, but she refused that also. She won't actually weigh herself, so she doesn't actually know if she's losing, maintaining, or gaining weight. We cooked dinner, then she immediately started adding a lot of cheese. The meal didn't even need cheese, and it's fine without it. So I mentioned it to her to maybe use less cheese, and she refused that and said she didn't use much. This is tiring. Later the night, she was complaining again about not losing weight, but I just said, it sounds like she expects a lot of results quickly for minimal effort. I pointed out she refused every suggestion I made. I said if she's serious about losing weight, she has to put the work in. She said I was blaming her for it, but I just pointed it out that, yeah, she needs to take some accountability for it when she openly admits she won't actually do most things that will help her lose weight. She accused me of calling her lazy and fat and of fat shaming her, but I just said that's not what's happening. Am I wrong for telling my girlfriend to take some accountability regarding her? No. Well, first, did you make an agreement that she wanted to be held accountable? That's the problem. That she wanted to be held accountable. If you didn't, that's the problem. If you didn't, that's your problem. I mean, because at that point, if you made an agreement and they're still complaining, I mean, you made an agreement. If you didn't, that's your problem. If you did, it's hers. I mean, right, I can't answer his post without knowing. People leave information out all the time. They're like, oh, who's at fault here? When there's like 38 other factors that would make the difference. Am I the asshole for mushing my girlfriend, now ex, out the way? A couple days ago, decided that the relationship just wasn't working for me. I neglected myself a lot and noticed her doing the same. Yeah, I noticed ever since I've been single, I've had time to like do stuff for myself that I didn't have before, which has been good for me. Am I the asshole for, yeah. A couple of days ago, decided the relationship just wasn't working for me. I neglected myself a lot and noticed her doing the same. So I talked to her and decided to break it off. I went no contact and things were fine until she noticed that I'm really not answering anymore. Next thing you know, she's calling, threatening to destroy my mom's house. I live at home. And take my cat, slash my tires. That's a crazy bit. So at this point, I'm trying to de-escalate the situation, telling her I can still be there for her as a friend, but I guess that pissed her off even more. During the day, I went to the Grubhub before I started my other gig, and she went in my house and stole my money, books, and some gym equipment. Wow, she's a thief too. I really didn't want to call the cops because then my mom gets involved and it's already rocking living back at home. Plus, I'm not trying to ruin her life or anything. She fucking just robbed you. What? She just robbed you? Money, books, gym equipment. She just robbed you though. I mean, I guess it's nothing serious, but how much money? That matters. I mean, did she take $20 or did she take $4,000, you know? Long story short, I'm like, hey, can I please just get my money back? And she tells me, yeah, you'll get it on my time since you want to be done. Not gonna lie, I'm not the richest man, but the money she stole I needed for car repairs, so at this point I'm begging her. Now she's fucking, so it's a good amount of money. She's smiling, telling me to get it out and that everything's outside. So as I proceed to leave, she fucking pushes me, hits me, and starts grabbing my balls. I immediately mushed her face to get her off of me, but I'm kind of a big guy, about 6'3" and a half, 205, 6'3" and a half, bro. Just say 6'3". Fucking homosexual for saying 6'3" and a half. She immediately starts throwing shit at me and screaming to her mom, I hit her, and now her mom is blocking me from leaving, asking me what the fuck is wrong with me. Bro, I'm so angry. I'm mad at myself, but just really upset at the whole situation because it was so avoidable. Since then, I told my mom about it, and she's gone to the courthouse, and I just blocked her. Hopefully, I don't go to jail, man. Just sad, I guess. Kind of has me confused on who I am. Just reaching out to see what you guys think. Am I the asshole? Nah, man. Nah. That bitch sound crazy as fuck. That girl sound crazy. Sound crazy as hell. I know if you like her. I know if you like her. Best thing to do with those is no contact. Those is just no contact. Yo, and I hope Daniela's still alive. If anybody knows Daniela Giambelli, yo, if anybody can see if she's still alive, I'm just curious. We were on good terms last time I talked to her, but I don't know where she is. Like all her pages are like disabled, so I don't know. Is she in jail or? But I'm gonna call it an early day today. It's Wednesday, March 4th. Beautiful day outside. I'm gonna go spend more time outside. Thank you so much for everybody hanging out. Let's actually check really quick before we go anywhere. Reply to your comment, ask Reddit. Who doesn't know how to? What? Cooking? I don't know. All right. Have a great day. Love everybody. I'm serious. I love you. Every single one of you. Love you all. Have a great day. See you tomorrow for the next 100 days. 80, 78 more days to go.